Hi everybody, Steffi here from The Makers. I'm going to show you today how you can get that sort of realistic look of fur on an animal using tops and bats. You can do it with both, but it's fair to say you do need a long fibered wool. Now this is our guinea pig from the September surprise box 2023. So if you're making this project, this is perfect for that. If you're using this for any other project, the technique that I'm showing you will be very useful to know anyway. But let's have a look what you actually get in the box for the guinea pig. So you have these three colors here. Sorry, I'm just going to move my camera a little bit because it's pointing in the wrong direction. Sorry, hopefully this isn't making you dizzy. You've got these three colours. You've got a white, a black and a brown. Now you can actually get quite creative with these colours in making new colourways. So you can turn these colours into these options here as well. So you can make a darker brown, mixing those two. You can make a grey, mixing those two. And you can make a lighter brown, mixing those two, and I'll show you how to do that as well, because it's important that you mix it the right way to maintain that long strand of the fiber, the way that the fiber runs long. So I'm going to start out with that. So you've got your colors here. You tease off a very small amount. It's always best to mix in small quantities, and then you tease off another small amount like that. So you've got your two colors here. You lay them on top of each other like that, and then you mix them by teasing them in exactly the same direction as you're overlaying them. So always overlay them, always, the movement is always from one side to the other. You're not going to mix them in any different direction. I won't even show you what you're not doing. So just keep going in that same fashion, always overlaying it and mixing it. And so you can of course make it lighter or darker, add more or less of one or the other into it. So if you want it darker, add more of the brown. If you wanted it to be a very variegated one, you could also add a little bit of black in there to make it a dark brown, but you still have some of the lighter highlights in there from the white. So that is how to mix this one here, that one. Slightly less white in there, slightly more white in there. And then you do the same with black to create a grey. So use the two colors, and again you're just mixing them by teasing them apart, overlaying them, teasing them apart, overlaying them, and in time, as you keep going and doing that, you will get a nice even new color mix, and it will make a grey wool mix for you. So that is how to do these. And then obviously to achieve the dark brown effect, which I showed you earlier, you use the black and the brown wool. And that makes a nice dark brown in comparison to this light brown. So these are your color options. You can mix all three if you like, as I mentioned, see what happens. But if you're making a guinea pig, you might have a little bit of dark brown in there. You might have not just black. You might also have a lighter version of this. So these are the colors that you can, and various shades of it. So yeah, have a little play and see what you can make, especially if you're making a particular model. Now I haven't got a full guinea pig here. I've just got sort of a slightly smaller body shape, but that's enough for me to demo on what you're doing. Now when you're doing the guinea pig, you will actually start with a white, and you're adding layers of the white wool onto the back. So always imagine how the fur runs in a real animal, and you're always starting from the back, working your way forward, because they are the layers underneath, when then the layers from the front come, so it's almost working backwards. So to layer the wool on, you are using your strands of wool, overlaying them on the body, and this is a wool top that you get in a wool bat that you get in the kit, and you felt it down like that. Now the first layer, you can actually just felt it flat, and I think that's what we're telling you, so I'm just going to double check that. Yes, you're felting it flat. Repeat this with another strand. You will need about 6 small strands of the white wool at about 3 by 3 centimeters to cover the hind side of the guinea pig with long fur. Take one of the strands and lay against the back slightly towards the side so that the grain of the fibers run downwards. So you can see that I'm doing that, and that's slightly towards the sort of the side. And then felt on only at the top, leaving about 1 to 2 centimeters hanging down beyond the body. So with the first layer you felt it on entirely, but you're allowing this to hang down the body, okay? And then you're doing this in several stages all around the back here. I'm going to show you this on one side. And then you're going to add the next layer, and the next layer is done slightly different. So you can now, in the instruction it goes straight to this, but so I'm going to show you how to do that. Take very wispy lengths, so you want to work in small increments, and then you're laying this down so that the wool obviously doesn't go as far down as the white, but it sits on top of it. And then you're felting this down by putting a straight line into the center, like that. And then you're folding the wool over the top and over, so that you then felt down into that line again. And that is how you're going to work your layers on top. So now you can see how this wool sits on top of the white wool and sort of forms the long fur going over it. And then you can, if you have a guinea pig that has got sort of black fur, like a black patch thrown in there, you can do that too. So you're just gonna work your way along it. Keep it nice and wispy, because you don't want to, and always let these the end fibers, always let them sort of sit on where they naturally would be. Felt it down in the middle, so that's slightly above the first line that's been needle felted, like that. Fold it over and felt it down. And that way you can make your guinea pig look really multicolored. So you can throw one of the white ones in there as well to give it that. If your guinea pig is mainly white, then you get that white break in there. So make sure that you've got nice long fibers running side by side, like that. Felt it, lay it on so that you can see where this white break will happen. Felt it down just about sort of a centimeter away from the previous break. Fold it over, and there you have your white breaking it up. Now with the next one, I'm going completely rogue here. Use a dark brown. Again, make sure that you've got the fibers just sitting over the part that you want to cover. Felt down and overlay, and then felt down into that fold. So to straighten them out a little bit, you can actually use your needle to sort of almost comb through them if you like. Don't put too much pressure on the needle, but you can just do this to straighten the fibers out, so you get that furry look. And that is basically how you are colouring in your guinea pig. Now when you get to the quiff, you do exactly that as you did before by felting into the middle line, but instead of overlapping it back, you're actually allowing it to stick up a little bit if you're choosing to do a quiff. And of course you work your way all the way on the side of the body, so you're working your way across and around the back of the head and around the front here as well. So work in small increments, and make sure you pick the colors that you want for your guinea pig, because it doesn't just have to be the white and the brown. in your guinea pig box, you have got these 3 colors, so you have a chance to make all kinds of mixes out of it, including that dark brown. So there's lots of scope for you to personalize your guinea pig and make it whatever you want it to be. So of course that same principle applies to any other furry animal that you're making, not just a guinea pig, but that is basically how you are making the furry cover. And don't be afraid to trim some of it off if need be. But that's basically showing you how to make these layers of fur and neaten them out as well. Hope that was useful, and can't wait to see all your individual guinea pigs that you will have made from this technique in our Makers box from September 2023 and beyond, because a lot of our boxes turn into packs, so you might be able to get it afterwards as well. See you soon. Bye.